Okay, Paul, you're good.
Cindy probably doesn't realize this, but we're live.
There we go. My camera was acting a little funny. There we go. Fix it. Okay. We're here.
All right. Starting off with the bang there. So, anyways, hope everybody's doing well. My name's Paul. This is Cindy.
Hi, guys.
Our channel's High Seas, Paul and Cindy.
Yes.
And I want to welcome everybody to our channel. And we're here to talk about cruising tonight. A lot going on. We haven't been on for a couple weeks. We've been a little under the weather the last few weeks. I was sick before we went on the cruise. Cindy was sick the day we got off the cruise. So a lot's been going on, guys. So, whoops, you got to turn her volume down.
I got to turn it down. Sorry, this is my read the comments, guys.
So we're gonna slow things down. Got a nice glass of whiskey here. So we got some Johnny Walker Black, one of my favorites. And only thing missing here is a cigar. So I don't know if you've caught any of Cindy's first sips, but we did a lot of those on the Alchemy. And I was trying to get her to do highballs tonight. We were going to do some highballs tonight with, just an ounce and a half of Johnny Walker Black here. And we're going to do some, I was going to actually muddle some blackberry for her and put in some soda water and put in a lime wedge like that. But she had a sip, she smelt it, she backed out. So
it's not for me.
It's not for her. She did do the sidecar on the Alchemy on the Pride. And we'll get into a little bit more on the sidecar. That drink's kind of becoming an omen for us. So
Before you start that, J and S. Sorry, I'm still kind of sick. So J and S Adventures said hi. Cindy,
what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
And there's Ruben. Hi, Ruben.
What's up, Ruben, my friend? How are you?
You and your wife are doing good.
So we're gonna slow things down here.
Yeah. I just got off of work about maybe an hour and a half ago. So
yeah, and she's kind of had amateur hour here tonight.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll use the shot glass.
Yes.
I barely had enough time to freeze.
Hi, Laverne.
Get a nice pour there. Get a couple ounces.
I'm just drinking some hard lemonade with a little bit of vodka and a couple of lemon slices.
Awesome. That looks really refreshing. So, yeah, I was at Sam's Club the other day, and they have these. They come in a 2-pack with the Johnny Walker, the Keep Walking, the new theme there. Comes with 2 glasses and the Johnny Walker Black here for $28. I stopped at Walmart today and picked up a few things, and it's $35 just for the bottle at Walmart. So that was a good buy right there. That was a good find. All right, cheers to everybody.
Cheers to everybody on the high seas. Hope everybody's doing well.
Good to be back, my friends.
Yes. That's good. Nice and refreshing.
Nice and smooth.
I think next chat on next Thursday we're going to be doing some Christmas drinks.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm doing Christmas drinks. I'm doing Christmas drinks.
Right. What kind of Christmas drinks are you looking forward to doing?
I'm going to do like a peppermint vodka with a kind of like a martini with the rim will have some white chocolate on it with some crushed candy cane. So that's going to be my drink next week.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Maybe next week I'll do the highballs. Honestly, I really hate putting whiskey on a bunch of ice. I know there on the cruise ship I was drinking a lot of whiskey on ice. It just kind of dilutes it too much. So, but I was trying to do it for Cindy there.
Got a question for you, Paul.
Okay.
The Silent Scar says, do you think you two will go back to Cancun or Royal Sands sometime, Paul? We love Cancun.
Yeah, and I've actually got that on my notes to talk about tonight. Kind of want to talk about our last cruise experience and a couple of experiences we've had in the winter, and I'll kind of touch on that here shortly. But yeah, that's a great point. I really love Cancun. It's amazing. It really is.
We actually had a booking on Royal Uno, which is one of their newer resorts on Royal Resorts. But it wasn't. It's not. We had it for December, but they're not ready to open it yet.
Right, right.
So the reservations was canceled. But we were thinking about going back to Cancun right around Christmas time.
Yep. So we've missed the last couple weeks. The week before we were going out on the Carnival Pride, I actually had a really bad kind of head cold, sinus. Two people I work with came down with COVID.
Yeah.
The last person I work like as close as me and Cindy are, they had COVID. And that was about, what was that, like on Wednesday or Thursday? And I was sick too, and I wasn't sure if it was it. I got tested. I was negative on that one. So it seemed like we were battling a lot of things before we went on the
I
pride.
was actually pretty healthy when we first got on the ship. I
Right.
had no. He was kind of fighting a few things, but me, I was kind of healthy. I had no problems. So, but again, like I said on that video, we went on an airplane, airport, hotels, Ubers. I mean, we might have picked something up somewhere between the airport and the cruise ship.
Yeah, and somebody was mentioning when we were in one of our Ubers going from St. Charles there over to Tampa Bay that our Uber driver, he kind of stopped when he said it. He realized what he said. He's like, "Oh yeah, my daughter woke up this morning really sick," and then he's like, "Oh," and he kind of looked.
Yeah, he looked at us.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'll talk to you later."
And hung up the phone.
Yeah, so who knows where that came from. But at my work, people have been coming down with flus, head colds. I'm kind of stuffed up again. This time of year, the weather is completely bipolar right now.
Yes.
In Southwest Missouri, like last weekend, it was pretty cold. Last 3 days, it's been in the 60s, 70s. Last 2 days, I've been driving around in my convertible with the top down, and tomorrow's supposed to be like 75 degrees, and then Saturday's like 40 degrees.
Yes.
So, I'm just grateful to have a lot of sunshine this time of year. We've been having a lot of sun. It's been real sunny while we were gone, so we had a lot of clouds and rain in Florida. So
the Silent Scar says they've been going to Royal Sands for over 15 years, Paul. We love all the properties of the Royal Resorts that we went to. We were able to visit each property. We like those resorts.
Right.
And there's one, of course, in Playa del Carmen, the Royal Hacienda.
Right.
And then they had the Royal Uno, the one we tried
Yeah, that got
to.
delayed. We were scheduled to do that in December, and they delayed it. About 2-3 months ago,
Yes.
They gave us our money back. That was going to be like a quick three-day, just quick flight and enjoy the property and get some video on the new property there.
And I think that one was it was all for adults only. I do believe too. So we were really looking forward to that, but that one got canceled. So. But we love Cancun. We only been there once. We tried to go a couple of times, but it just didn't work out for us. But we would go back again. No, I mean, hands down, I would go back to Cancun.
Yeah, you just kind of opened the can of worms right there. Cindy came down sick the last time we were supposed to go, and it kind of worked out. Some other things came available, and we just didn't want to take a chance because you had to have the COVID test. And the particular Hilton we were staying at, they ended their policy of putting you up for 14 days. And we woke up like 4 hours before our flight and canceled everything and just drove home because she kind of came down sick.
I wasn't feeling very good.
Yeah.
And I kind of was fighting it, but then a couple times I felt okay. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's just allergies, or maybe I'm just, the weather or something. But that morning I woke up, I wasn't feeling well at all. So we just did not want to risk it. Being stuck in Cancun with all the policies, they're trying to get back to America from Cancun and getting the testing done. And
yeah, definitely after January 21, correct? Mm-hmm. They made it much harder to come back from Mexico. You had to have a COVID test and all that. And, if you follow YouTube vloggers on the internet, you've seen some of them got stuck there, this and that. Wasn't the greatest circumstances. So in our case, the property we were going to stay at, they actually ended that policy where the royal properties of still, as far as I'm aware of, will still put you up if you.
What I read, yes, they still do it.
But hopefully they at least give you a balcony or something so you can get some sun or some vitamin D to get healthier quicker.
Our second cruise back in 2010, the Carnival Elation, that ship actually went to Cancun. So it went to, I think it was Progresso or was it Cozumel? I can't remember which one it was, but we actually went to Cancun too.
Well, Progresso's like
Maybe it was
pretty.
maybe it was Cozumel, but one of the ports was Cancun.
Right.
So, I mean, they stopped going to Cancun with cruising at this point. So
Right. I don't know why. I've never really looked into it, but if you wanted to go to Cancun, I would highly
beautiful,
recommend it. It's a great
beautiful.
experience. But I kind of want to get into the topic of like Cindy coming down sick on the Pride, and I never ever. We used to always cruise in January,
Hmm.
December, February. I don't think I ever got sick until we got off the Dream. Was it 2016
Hmm.
in January? But we were always like everybody at work would have the flus. They would be sick, and we would never get the medical insurance. Now we do because of COVID, and you never know what might happen. And we're getting a little bit more in our advanced age,
We are,
so
yeah.
anything could happen at any time. So we got off a lot of cruises with no travel insurance. So we just kind of feel, with COVID and everything like that, it's probably a good thing to
Hmm.
get. But you know, it's kind of like a fear of, there's a lot of colds, a lot of flus going around. So we're kind of thinking maybe in the future, in the wintertime,
Hmm.
maybe we'll just do a Cancun or something like that. And we looked into that after we canceled the Mardi Gras. And tell them about the rates, Cindy. What's going on now? We should have went more in 2020. It's like the prices are more than double.
Yes.
So you're looking, upper threes, $400 a night for what we paid under $200 in December of 2020.
Yeah,
So
because we got a Black Friday deal back when we first went to Cancun, and we got a really good deal. But now that I looked at it now, it's like double the price.
right, so we're thinking, well, maybe we'll do all inclusives like in the wintertime, and there's less contact with a lot of people in congested areas. And the Pride was we sold at 90% capacity on the
It
Pride.
was 90%,
So,
guys.
yeah, my answer to that question is yes, I would go back to Cancun. I love Cancun, and I might consider that more as a winter option, like going to when things get back to normal. My bucket list is to fly to Barbados, St. Lucia, Aruba, and stay at a resort there and
Hmm.
just stay there for like a week and then maybe spend a week or two in Florida before I go and kind of just stay away from people, get some sun, enjoy the beach, stuff like that. Because, like we were in the comedy clubs on the Pride and there was not an empty seat. And they
Packed.
tell people to put their mask on, but they don't. But we're not going to get into debate about masks. They're not 100%. If you're wearing an N95, that's probably the proper thing to be wearing. So, but you just got a lot of people. And we heard on that ship that they had the flu going around the cruise before us, and quite a few of the team members came down
The
sick.
entertainers.
And then one of the entertainers in the reggae band missed the last night or two. They said it was a dental issue, but all of a sudden, who knows? It could be COVID, it could be the flu.
We
But,
don't know.
usually on a dental issue like that, they could give you some antibiotics and, you just can't drink or whatever, and you're back in business there.
I think a lot of people were coughing and sneezing at the very end of the cruise
Mm-hmm.
too. Like Paul said, they were selling at 90%. So it was. I mean, it wasn't like super crowded, but it was just different venues were really, really crowded.
Right.
So
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. I would. That's kind of in my wheelhouse going forward. I think in the wintertime, maybe not this winter, but maybe in the future, I'm going to look out ahead and try to book some deals. Maybe at Royal, maybe Dominica and maybe even Jamaica. I'd be willing to go to
hmm,
Jamaica. I love Jamaica, the water, the beaches.
it's very beautiful
Yeah,
there.
I love Jamaica, man.
Hmm.
No problem.
So
So,
we so like Paul says, I've been getting a little bit healthier. I mean, it's only been over a little over a week, and I still have kind of a cough, and my nose is kind of still, running a little bit.
yeah,
So, but we tested negative for COVID, so we did that before we went back to work because I wanted to make sure I wasn't bringing anything back to work. So,
right. And then you woke up that morning and you're like, I got a really bad sore throat. I'm like, hey, look, we're going to go to the Red Frog and get some mimosas or Bloody Marys before we get off. And, you know, that's supposed to happen till 9:30. Your drink package works on debarkation day.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, no, I got a really bad
I
sore
didn't feel
throat.
good at all.
We partied pretty hard the last night.
I mean, I was feeling good the night before.
Right.
I mean, I woke up with a scratchy throat, but then it went away. I'm thinking, well, maybe I was sleeping with my
Right.
mouth opened or something.
Right. Yeah. And you got our bed kind of had that ventilation just like piping right down our throats. I mean, we had the air vent like right on our bed. So, you know, who knows if, you know, that was an irritation for me, but definitely the last day we got off, I kind of felt run down. And actually, I had a little bit of a fever that night. I had to take some Tylenol. I kind of felt bad on Monday, but by Tuesday, I actually felt pretty good again. Now I'm just back to my normal sinus problems and stuff like that with this time of year with the dry heat running and the crazy weather we're having right now.
Yeah, so I know on my last video I wrote, told you guys that we decided to cancel the Mardi Gras because of I wasn't ready to go on a plane. I wasn't ready to go in Ubers and all that stuff at that time. So I decided I'm not.
Plus, it was cutting it kind of close with your work and stuff like that, and you got a big convention coming up. And you know, I'm the type of person, if I'm gonna fly somewhere and spend that money, I want to spend a couple days to enjoy the area, the beaches before we go, and that just wasn't going to be able to be possible. So we're just like, well, we'll cancel it. And I'm thinking, well, maybe we could go to Cancun for a few days. When we saw the rates, I'm like, oh no, that's not going to happen. So, you know, basically you're getting healthy, you're getting back on your feet. And
yes, I am.
So you missed about an extra week of work. So you missed about 3 weeks total. So she had to get to work. They got a big convention coming up. I'll tell you what, guys. I was not happy about canceling that Mardi Gras.
We lost the Cheers package and everything.
I don't even care about the Cheers package. That ship is unbelievable. And I said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. The best of the best of the best is on that ship.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm very upset about having to cancel the Mardi Gras. I was not a happy camper.
We'll book it again. Don't worry.
I was not a happy camper for a week. Probably wasn't too pleasant to be around.
It's okay.
I really loved the Mardi Gras. So, you know, I was definitely really bummed. You know, really, really, really bummed about canceling the Mardi Gras. But you got to do what you got to do. So we're working on a couple other things. So, yeah, that's kind of the first thing we wanted to talk about. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, about the Carnival Radiance. I'm sure you're all seeing a lot of Facebook posts there from a great guy, John Hild, amazing guy. And he's been teasing us with that. And I'm really excited to have the big chicken. I love the big chicken. That's great. And the only thing I'm a little disappointed about, it looks like the sunrise, the sunshine, and that's just going to be a theme. And I'll let Cindy talk about, you know, what that ship used to be and what we're going to miss on that ship.
Well, the Carnival Radiance used to be the Carnival Victory. I hope you guys all were able to cruise on the Carnival Victory because that was a very unique ship. Had a lot of character. It had a lot of sea like a life, like mermaids. I mean, it had seashells everywhere. I mean,
one thing I like, they had these on the bar stools and the cocktail tables. They have these beautiful seahorses.
Yes.
And just the overall sea vibe with the mermaids and the dining room. Such a beautiful ship. And I'm just afraid these new ships are getting a little generic. That's my problem. On the older Conquests and the, you know, the Fantasies and a lot of the other, you know, the Spirit class, there's a lot of individuality on those ships. A lot of character, a lot of unique features. And
once we saw the Radiance with John Hild, I mean, I know the cabins probably needed a lot of work.
The cabins, yeah. The cabins definitely, you know, is something. But I wish they would just do different themes like they used to do. It's like they must have bought a million rolls of this carpet that all looks the same now on all the ships, and all the doors look the same. And
I mean, even the theater is like it used to be very unique, beautiful. I mean,
right,
we're gonna do a comparison once we go on the
kind of looks
Radiance.
like the Horizon or that, and you got all the chairs in the front with no table. Now, what was cool, some people would complain about the Horizon. Oh, there's no place to put your drink, but they actually had like quite a few cocktail tables. If you
Hmm.
got there early, you could score yourself a cocktail table there if you had a party or just yourselves. Because I know we would show up early to give you guys a front row seat, and I would definitely grab one of those tables for my drinks.
But
So
pretty much now the Carnival Sunrise and the Carnival Radiance, they almost look identical. They have it's all like blues and tans, and it just looks like a generic ship. And I was really hoping they were going to keep some of those unique features on the Carnival Victory that they had to put on the Carnival Radiance. But I, with the pictures and videos we saw with John, I just don't think it's going to be the same.
yeah, it's
Unfortunately.
it's just going to be like all the rest.
Yeah.
And the big problem, and the main problem I had with like the Sunrise and the Sunshine and all that, is they took a small ship, they took away a big theater in the back, they put a lot more rooms on there, and they didn't enlarge the ship. So around the buffets and stuff like that, and you get around Guys and Blue Iguana, it gets kind of hard to walk around. But I am, thankful they put the big chicken on there.
And
That's
the
I've
red
been missing the big chicken.
since the Mardi Gras, but they have they have the Red Frog Pub, which is humongous. The Alchemy Bar is really nice too on deck 5.
But
Um,
it's all kind of together. They out in the Alchemy's right there on the left. Right, you just walk across. You're there at the Red Frog. Piano bar is right next to that. So everything's kind of crammed, but they do keep it separated pretty good. It was
mhm.
never really a problem. I really like how they have the Alchemy kind of lounge area there. And then I really like what they did with the Red Frog pubs on those. You can actually sit outside of the bar and still hear the music and everything, but you can still have a conversation.
Yes.
And they have really comfortable high back seats that are just great to enjoy, a drink and just, the high seas life. So,
Yeah, so then we want to talk a little bit about the Carnival Radiance because we'll be on there on that ship in February 28th out of Long Beach. So we're
right,
going to be able to do a comparison because
right,
we did both. So now we can do a comparison
right.
and let you guys know what the difference
Yeah.
was.
And if you haven't, go back and check out our victory vlogs. We got great tours. We
Hmm.
got a lot of the sea life there and a lot of the decor on the victory. So if you get a chance, go back and check those videos out, and you can kind of see what we're talking about there. It
Yeah,
was very unique. It
it
was
was.
beautiful. I loved all the green and the atrium, and
Hmm.
I don't know if anyone's been on there, got a comment about it or anything like that, but you know,
So that's what we're gonna, and then we're gonna do the carnival panorama afterwards. So it's gonna be a side by side.
yeah.
So we're excited
So
about that one too.
yeah, and I mean, if we're going here in the Midwest or flying all the way to California, we want to do a couple cruises to make it worthwhile and worth the expense of the
Hmm.
flight. Because sometimes the flight can be as much as the cruise,
Cruise.
and if that's the case, then you might as well just go to an all inclusive resort. But I still think, cruising. I love cruising the absolute most.
And we did get a good balcony room on the Carnival Radiance too. We
Yeah,
scored a good deal for our balcony, so we're excited about that. It's going to be an L-shaped balcony with the extended, L-shaped cabin with the extended balcony. So we're excited about that too.
right. So we just booked something right now. Speaking of unique ships, we booked where we can drive. It's about 9 hours away, and we booked it the week after Cindy's convention week there, and we can drive down, and we don't have the wait time because where we live, a lot of times we got to take like a Legion or this or that, and you got to wait an extra day or two to get a flight or a good price or something like that. So we can just drive down to Galveston, and we that was our last ship before we started vlogging.
Yes.
And we always say, God, we wish we would have vlogged that ship. And what's funny is I would look at videos or pictures of that ship and I'm like, I don't like the red. I don't like the red. And then when I was on it, I'm like, oh, I love all it's beautiful. I loved all the red in the dining room. and it was beautiful. So the ship I'm talking about is the Carnival Dream.
Carnival Dream in Galveston, Texas. Paul's talking about we did go on that cruise. It was a beautiful ship. We didn't vlog it. We just probably took pictures of it.
Right.
So we have lots of pictures of it because we didn't vlog back that time, a period of our time. So what are you trying to tell everybody, Paul?
Well, we're going on the Dream. We booked another cruise.
In January.
Yeah, and it's a unique ship on the Dream class. It's completely different from the Breeze. And it's good that going back to revisit it. It was probably, I would say, one of our best cruising experiences we had. We had amazing service, food. We had an incredible band in the Ocean Plaza. It was a really good cruise, except the last day, and this was the first time I ever came down sick on a ship. And I mean, I came down sick. And that day I had the chills. I was just feeling really weird. And I kept trying to go and go. And my favorite drink used to be the sidecar. I used to love the sidecar. And I had a few of those. Well, next day I came down with the flu really, really bad. And all I could taste that day was the sidecar. And so I haven't really had the sidecar until the Pride on our last cruise, and I only took a few sips of it. But so that was the first cruise I ever got really, really sick on in 16. It was so bad. I'm like, I always drive. I love driving. She doesn't like driving. I tried to drive about a half an hour, and I just pulled over and said, I can't do it. I was burning up, and I was really sick for like a week.
We got a new, someone new here, cruising scene. They said new here, and hi all. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome, guys.
Now, the Silent Scar said the mixed drinks at the Royal Sands was watered down. They thought so too.
Yeah, you got to double them up. Say, make it a double. Once you start throwing these guys a couple dollars, your drinks get a lot better.
We're talking about Cancun, Royal Sands.
Yeah. Sorry, we're jumping off topic here, but Cindy's answering a couple questions. I'm still working on the Dream here.
And then Joanne says, "Good evening." Hi, Joanne.
Hey, Joanne. Good evening. Good evening. So. Yeah, that the sidecar used to be my all-time favorite drink. So I had never had the sidecar again. And then Cindy's been doing a lot of these first sips on the Pride. She was trying to go through a lot of the alchemy drinks and give her, opinion and review on the first sip there. And she actually, the sidecar was one of her favorite drinks.
And then I get sick on the last day.
Yeah, so we were drinking quite a few, and I think I even ordered one, right? Mm-hmm. And then the next day we come down sick again. So I'm probably not drinking the sidecar because I'm a very superstitious person.
Now, Laverne wants to know where's the Dream going to, Paul? What ports?
Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Belize.
Belize. It's a 6-day cruise, which it's Sunday through a Saturday, 6-day cruise on the Carnival Dream. And you got a lot of ports, which is awesome, and then just
3 ports in 6 days.
Yeah,
so yeah.
That's pretty good.
We're excited to go back. We like unique ships. We don't want to go on we don't want all our ships to look like the last one we've been on. You know?
So we're excited about that. So we're going to be going on the Carnival Dream. What was the dates on that, Paul?
I believe it was the 9th.
Yeah, September 9th through...
No, December or January.
January 9th.
Right.
Through the 15th.
Right.
So that's 2022. So we're going to be... I kind of like this better than flying because we're going to actually drive to the port this time.
Yeah, and when you fly like Allegiant and all that, your bag can't be over 40 pounds, this, that. I mean, what do the bags cost? Like $50 each way?
Yeah.
Or more?
Mm-hmm, more than that.
So, they nickel and dime me for every little thing. Now we can just throw all our crap in and we don't have to worry about it. We've been really cutting down on stuff and not bringing as much, camera gear and binoculars and just a lot of stuff that we normally bring, portable coolers to take to the beach.
Another thing I like about it is because we get to drive and I don't have to miss that much of work because we start out on the weekend, so I will go to work that whole week, and then that Saturday we'll drive down, and then Sunday we'll get on the ship, and then of course I'll just miss 5 days. So it actually works out perfect for me. So it's actually going to be a good fit because we love the Carnival Dream. So we're kind of excited about that.
Yeah, and it's funny because red, I'm my favorite color is blue, and I love blues, and the first time I went on that ship, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like it all that red, everything being red, and it's actually gorgeous. The dining room is really gorgeous on that ship. So
Yeah. So we're excited about that. So we'll bring you guys along with us, of course. We just got to get through the holidays and through New Year's, and then we
hell,
gotta.
we got to get the Pride vlogs going.
Yeah, I gotta start.
We still got to wrap up the Mardi
I
Gras.
got 2 more days of the Mardi Gras. I'm gonna work on this weekend, and then we're gonna start on the Pride. But
We might have to slow down a little bit here.
no, we'll get it together. But I did put a video out there of me doing the Green Thunder, which was that roller or that water slide.
Right.
So it was fun, kind of scary in the beginning because you just drop, but it was fun. So Paul messed up the first video, but I was able to do it again. So
Yeah, poor Cindy. But I think you enjoyed it, second time because you kind of knew what to expect, and and I don't think you plugged your nose very good the first
No.
time. So
Because once I dropped, I think I let go real quick because it was just a reaction, and then I'm thinking, well, then I got water in my nose and stuff like that. So another a tip there for you guys: if you guys go on that water slide, don't drink a lot of cocktails. It'll make you very dizzy.
right, absolutely.
So be careful on that, guys.
So yeah, we're super stoked to be going on the Dream. We like unique ships, and getting with unique ships, the pride is so special, guys.
It was.
When these ships are gone, we're gonna really, really miss them. One ship I want to do now is the Liberty because I love ironwork, and that whole ship has all kinds of beautiful ironwork throughout the ship. So, we have to take advantage of these ships. We lost one of ours this during the pandemic that we loved, the Fascination.
We love that ship.
The cool little ship, and we like those small ships. The problem with these small ships is they're kind of messing them up. They're putting a lot more rooms on there, and then they're just making them all look the same.
Yeah.
So, like, they got a hell of a deal on the doors and the carpet and everything else. So
It just looks like, like every hotel brand,
Mhm.
It doesn't have like a character to it. So, like the Pride has great character, very unique. We love the Carnival Pride the way it's set up.
Yeah, it's an Italian Renaissance,
Mhm.
and I call it, it's the, art of having fun.
It is.
It's a lot of unique art on there, and it's a lot of fun. We got a lot coming up on the Pride. We got a lot of, highs and lows. The ship itself is beautiful. I was chatting it up with a lovely English lady in the jacuzzi, and she was a royal person, and there was some people got some really good deals on that, and we got a really good deal on that Dream too. But I was talking about how much I loved, the Italian Renaissance artwork in there and the theme and all that. And she goes, well, it's kind of dark. And I'm like, well, I guess if I was a lady and wanted a lighter ship or something like that, I would probably feel that way. But it's kind of got like a man's vibe, like the dark wood.
Mahogany wood.
And, and it just makes you want to sip on some good scotch or bourbon or something like
They
that.
got all these big chairs you can sit in.
Beautiful, comfortable chairs right by the window. So many
Yes.
people just relaxing and reading and enjoying, the beautiful sea and being, out cruising again, enjoying the
Hi,
high
Brenda.
seas. Hey, Brenda, how are you? But so we got a lot coming up on the Pride. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Still got to finish up that Mardi Gras though.
I'm gonna get down.
Yeah,
To it.
I'm still trying to get over. This will help me a little bit on the Dream. I'm getting a little excited to go back on the Dream. I hope they got a good staff on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to really get into too much on the Pride yet, except that it was a beautiful, unique ship.
It was.
And if you guys are kind of just doing the same ships like these newer ones with all the LED and the bright and they all look the same, get on some of those older, unique ships before they're gone.
Yeah.
Because who knows how much longer they're going to be around. So definitely get like on the Liberty, the Conquest, the Pride, a lot of the other Spirit class ships, and get a unique experience. So
What are you drinking, Paul? So I'm drinking vodka, hard lemonade, and some lemon wedges, and Paul's drinking something totally different.
got some Johnny Walker Black Label 12-year.
He tried to get me to drink, and
We were going to try to do highballs tonight. I was going to muddle up some blackberries for her and put in some soda water and a lime wedge. And normally I don't like to dilute, my whiskey or scotch too much, but I was willing to do a highball for her. And I got her to try a couple bourbons on the Pride on some first sips, and she just not down with bourbon at
No,
all.
I just don't like bourbon.
Right, and so, but she did like the sidecar, and that's that's got whiskey and cognac in it, and the sidecar is really good. But like I said, I already told you guys, the only 2 times I've come down sick on a ship, I was drinking sidecars on the last
So on the
night.
Dream, we're gonna stay away from that drink bar.
Right.
Both of us.
Yep. So.
And we're not gonna have the drink package, but we're gonna have a balcony cabin on the Carnival Dream. So we're kind of excited about that. Go back to our room service in the morning with our coffees and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the deal was incredible. Got the local carnival offer. I think it was right around $900 for the 6 days with a balcony out the door. So I mean, we were thinking about going to Cancun because we don't want to expose ourselves to a lot of people packed during cold and flu season. But at that price, we're like, oh well, we'll do it. And then when we saw the prices in Cancun, we're like, yeah, we're gonna have to hold off. That's just too much money.
They're more than that.
And then you got the flight on top of that. This way, boom, we're 9 hours down the road.
We just drive.
Yeah, we'll drive there and take whatever we want. We don't have to worry about weight and this and that, and them nickel and diming us, ripping us off for every suitcase. So that'll be a great experience.
I agree. And then, like we were saying, we won't, just drive down. Then we can do the COVID test the day before we go too. So we don't have to buy the test. We just go to our local CVS and we can get our COVID test before we go too.
Yeah, that was a stressful experience.
Yes, it was.
We were gonna try to do a live that night, and we went out and enjoyed some great Mexican food and a lot of margaritas, and and then it was we were going to actually go out to the pier that we did the little vlog on the next day. It was beautiful, but it was raining that night, and we're like, well, we were so stressed out about taking the test and passing it. We just ended up going to bed, and we're like, we'll get up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And as soon as we got on, I mean, there was no wait at all.
I mean, the minute we hit, because you have to download the app to do the COVID test. And then the minute we hit the button, we had some representative on there right away. So it was pretty easy.
Yeah, the test was super easy. I probably wouldn't stress it again except failing. My fear was I was going to mess it up, and I kind of did, but they didn't catch it. Because what was I was supposed to turn it around 5 or 10 times, and I did it 3 times and then moved on to the next one. And the lady said something, and I was like, oh, no, I did.
You got to be careful because we recommend if there's 2 of you, take 3 tests in case somebody
bring an
messes
extra
up.
one.
And then I've been hearing a lot of the tests that the droplets, when people drop, the container's dry.
Ooh.
So people have been freaked out about that too. Ooh. So you may want to be careful on that.
Yeah. Tell them real quick before we get on to your next question. Tell them about what happened with mine. It almost went to the other line. It started going to the other line.
To the COVID side.
I'm like, hey, is it supposed to kind of go down this way and go back up? And then I'd say 5 minutes later, it just went up to the single line.
It was kind of scary.
Yeah.
It was very scary.
I'm like, man, this is going to be the biggest bummer ever.
But we did have tests scheduled for the next day.
Worse than canceling the Mardi Gras.
Yeah. So Brenda says Liberty has been the only cruise I've been on, and she loved the Liberty.
I love that ironwork. I'm an iron guy. I love that, all that ironwork. That's cool. I dig it. And I just dig unique stuff, ships. And detail, attention to detail, and just uniqueness.
Because you cruise a lot and all the ships look the same, it's not going to be something you're going to really remember.
Right, exactly.
And then, of course, us vloggers that like to vlog and do ship tours, it's not going to really make anything special.
It's here, this one looks like the last one.
Yeah, they're all starting to look the same, unfortunately. So I'm hoping they keep those older ships very unique and keep their character.
Well, I guess we'll just have to start booking more cruises and go on
older ships,
or go on Norwegian. And well, I don't even know if I'm going to really like the Oasis class ships because I just feel like I'm going to feel like I'm inside a shopping mall. But I can't really comment on that till I've been there. So
we'll wait on that. We're going to be going in Alaska.
Yeah.
And then Brenda wants to know, what do tests cost at CVS and Walgreens, Paul?
Free, right?
Well, if you take the COVID test at the pharmacy at these 2 locations, they are complimentary. You just got to show them if you have insurance. You show your insurance card. But if you do not have insurance, it's still complimentary. So it is complimentary to get your COVID test at these 2 locations. So no cost to you at all.
Yep. We're just so glad to be back. We're glad to be healthy, somewhat healthy again. You know, we're getting over it and we're feeling good again. We're just glad to be back on here and we're glad to be, you know, chatting it up with y'all. And that's awesome, guys. We thank you very much. And if you can, give us a thumbs up there. That'll help promote everything there and push YouTube to, you know, get our videos going a little bit more. And we thank you guys very much. We appreciate that. So, the last thing I kind of want to get on with the dream is Galveston in January.
Yes.
There's a lot of fog there in January. We lucked out one time. We got a free day, and it actually pushed us the Platinum cruise early.
Because we were on the Carnival Breeze, and there was a sea day, or actually there was fog, so we got an extra sea day, so it ended up being an 8-day versus a 7-day.
There's a lot of fog issues there in Galveston. Now our luck, the way things are going, we'll probably end up be the ones that, you know, the ship's stuck out there and we're sitting there waiting for it to come in. But Galveston's not my favorite place to cruise out of, but I love the ships that are there, and I love the fact that I can drive there. The other problem I have with Galveston is a lot of good alcohol right now is getting hard to find. And when I was on the Pride, they had some great alcohols, incredible deals that I can't find right now. And I've been looking everywhere, but I was maxed out on the suitcase. So with Galveston, you got to kind of declare everything. They, you know, they have their duties, and Galveston's just kind of a pain, to put it mildly. But
now I just want to say hi to Dave and Brandy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, thank you for stopping by. Paul found some nice, was it whiskey, Paul, you like to drink, or was it scotch on the ship?
On the Pride?
Yeah.
Oh, they have Buffalo Trace for like $28 a bottle, which right now you cannot find at all. So I was hoping to stock up on some of that. So bummer on that.
You gotta remember the taxes out of Galveston too. You can't. I mean,
and they're strict. They're sticklers in Galveston, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hard. I mean, the last time we cruised out of there, what was that on the Breeze in like 14 or 15? That's the last time we've been out of Galveston. I like New Orleans because I like to go to New Orleans and party and have a good time. So.
Brenda wants to know, do you know if you have a large group wanting to take a cruise together, can you get a good deal? I think you can. I think it has to be, what, 10 cabins or more, is it, Paul?
Yeah, we could look into that and get back with you on that. So we'll get you some more information on that.
Yeah, I think the more you book, the better deals you'll get.
Oh, too. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So that's basically it with the Galveston and the Dream. I'm just excited to be going back on the Dream again. I love the Dream class ships.
Let's recap, because there's some people did get on. Let them know what's going to happen in January, Paul.
Okay, so January we had to cancel the Mardi Gras due to Cindy's work. She had to miss an extra week. She was a little behind. They've got a big convention coming up. And our flight situation, we'd have to go there a couple days before, a day after. And of course, we want to do that anyways to enjoy our time at a warmer destination. And we love beaches, so, you know, we'd like to spend time at the beach. But then we started looking into Cancun because I'm really dead in January. I don't have anything going on in January. And I hate sitting around in January because it's cold and gray. And generally speaking, who knows this year. But anyway, so I'm thinking, well, hey, let's do a quick week at Cancun. The rates are like over $400 a night versus like the last time we went, they were under $200. So we just found the Dream balcony, 6-day cruise, 3 ports for around $900. So we jumped on that, and that's going to work.
Too.
Yeah, balcony. So that's out the door. That's going to work on our schedule quite well. So
drive down there.
Yep.
I mean,
bring all the crap we want. Don't have to worry about the weight and how many suitcases, and we can bring extra camera gear. And so
yes, so we're excited about that. And it's 3 ports. It's Costa Maya, Belize, and Cozumel.
No guarantees. We don't know how the weather's going to be, but we've done the Mayan ruins and the jungle tour and all that in Belize. We really want to go to that private island where they pick you up on the boat and take you to that private island. That's our goal, and hopefully the weather cooperates with us this time. We kind of had some weather wasn't too great over Thanksgiving, so.
Antoinette's here.
Hey, Antoinette. Hey, I've been enjoying your vlogs there on the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Coming along there. Keep up the good work.
I know, Brenda says, I know a bunch of YouTubers wanting to take a Alaska cruise together. We're actually going to be cruising with Sherry's awesome sunset She actually has a group tour or a group booking for us, and we actually hopped onto her booking, and
Yeah,
it's
she got us an incredible deal.
awesome. It's a
Uh,
balcony and everything. We got a really good deal. Our first
and
Alaska cruise.
we looked that up. It's really gone up quite a bit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's going to be amazing. That's, by the way, if you haven't caught our previous lives, that's my senior citizen cruise. I turned 55 on that cruise. So
Next June.
you turn 55, you become a senior citizen, you got to go to Alaska. So there it
We're
is.
excited. We got a balcony. I'm probably gonna have to buy tons of warm clothes
Oh
because
yeah, she's like always cold,
yeah.
and it's weird. I'm kind of getting that way a little bit too, but not as bad as. I mean, it's like 80 degrees, and she's like, I'm cold.
Yeah, because I pretty much grew up in the desert most of my life, so I love
Yeah,
the warm desert.
yeah. In any car we buy, we got to get that dual climate control, and
Yes.
she's still got a blanket on.
Whenever we travel,
So
I
this
got a
should be
blanket.
interesting.
Okay, so Tom says, "Hello, why did you lose a drink package on the Mardi Gras? Couldn't you use it on the Dream, or was it a
They wouldn't
Pacific?"
carry it over.
We tried, and
Yeah,
because when you book a certain rate code and you can't transfer over to the
yeah,
other one, we tried and they just wouldn't do it,
yeah,
unfortunately. I know
yeah.
I hear some people, it just depends on what representative you get too.
We felt fortunate that we were able to move the funds from one cruise to another cruise, and they didn't charge us any penalties or anything like that. And that was the third person Cindy called. So
Yeah,
I'll let you.
the first person I called to move that cruise, he hung up on me.
He didn't want to deal with this. He's like, this is way too much work for what?
I'm thinking, and then he said my phone number, but he never called me back. I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with that? Why did he not call me back? So I called again. The call went through, and then I was on hold for about 20 minutes, and then the call dropped. So I think Carnival's having a lot of problems with a lot of people calling in. And finally, I got this wonderful person. Her name is Angie, I do believe, and she was very helpful, easy, but she just couldn't. She just wouldn't move which is fine. I mean,
Right.
we'll still buy
I
drinks.
mean,
We're
the other
okay.
two people and the one guy, you told him like, hey, I want to move this, that, this over here, and it's just click,
He
hello,
kept putting me on
hello.
hold, and then finally he said a few things, and all of a sudden it went dead. It's like, what? What's going
Right.
on?
Too funny, Cindy.
And then Dave Brandy says climate control and heated seats are the bomb.
I'm getting it now that I'm a senior citizen. I got to get the heated steering wheel. That's my next goal.
Yeah, we need. I mean,
Either that, or I just need to get to a warmer climate. Come on.
but I mean, all in all, we're easy to please. If we lost the drink package, it's okay. I think Paul's more sad about not going on the Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to Rudy Seagrill's. I mean, we did the chef table on the Pride, which was really cool. We did the steakhouse. Oh my God, that steakhouse is so beautiful. We had a beautiful sunset. We did the glass windows on the Pride.
Mm-hmm.
It was so beautiful. But I tell you, probably the best meal I've ever had at sea has been at Rudy Seagrill's.
Yeah.
So I made the mistake. I'll save it for the vlogs and stuff like that down the road. So we got we got a lot coming. So we just gotta get busy here. Hopefully things will be slowing down, and we're getting, we're starting to feel better and stuff like that, so we can get things going.
David Brandy says we had to do that for our celebration cruise, our sail, not the celebration cruise, and move it to a cruise for next year since this year is packed already. But no fee was to move that. Yeah, they didn't charge us to move it, thank God. She just moved it, but for some reason she just didn't do the drink package, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's okay, but she just, without any fee, she just moved it to another booking that we had. So.
Well, the good news is that'll probably get me off the ship more.
Yeah, because when you have the drink package,
I'm like, why am I going to go to a resort and like Cozumel and a couple? I was the only one in the pool and the jacuzzi at the back deck, and the waiter was bringing me drinks in the jacuzzi. I'm like, why would I leave this?
It's true, but this time we won't have the Cheers package, so I'm going to get Paul off the ship.
Right.
We're going to do some excursions, and we're going to do some new and fun things. So stay tuned, guys.
Sounds good. Yep. So yeah, definitely get out there and check out some unique ships, guys. Get out there and experience some of these different ships, you know, that have unique character, because pretty soon I got a feeling they're all going to start looking alike. So
Yeah, and then eventually all the older ships are probably going to start disappearing, and if they do renovate, renew it, they're probably going to change the name and make it look like the Sunrise or the Carnival Radiance, unfortunately. So they're all going to start looking the same. So
yeah. So anybody else have any questions or anything like that?
we've got a few more minutes before we get off here, guys.
So yeah, stay tuned. We still got 2 more videos to come out on the Mardi Gras. We're about ready to start taking care of business there, and we just been putting out a couple little things here and there, and we're getting ready after that to get going on the Pride. So we look forward to doing that as well.
Yeah, they're pretty much like Dave and Brandy said that they're all going to be cookie cutter, ships. So unfortunately, and then Ace's Cruising says cruising has gone to the court, my friends, which is it's sad because all these ships, the older ships, they have so much character and they're so unique, and now they're all starting to look the same. I know I'd like the Carnival Jubilee. Carnival,
Right.
celebration. They're all gonna look like the Mardi
Yeah.
Gras pretty much. So you're just like
Yeah.
going on another ship.
And even on the different lines, like the Jubilee or the Celebration or the Mardi Gras, the Horizon, they're going to have a lot of the same. And don't get me wrong, that Mardi Gras was the most incredible thing I ever experienced at sea. I mean, that was an incredible ship and time, and just the staff and the service there was amazing. But just all that bright LED and this and that. It's just kind of neat to get a different experience,
But if they're all making the ships like that from now on, you're not gonna.
Right.
You're gonna be like going on
Right.
this a different
Like-
cruise.
Like, I loved the Mardi Gras, but I didn't like the casino. To me, if I had to pick a casino, the Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, that, I love the green and just the coloring and everything in it. And, it was just too bright for me.
Now, Ace's Cruising says enjoy your weekend. Dave and Brandy says just excited about they're going on the Legend on Sunday.
Cool.
Paul.
Hopefully we can do that one day and, experience something different as well. So,
Aces Cruising says, yes, I love the older ships. I mean, I like the new ships, but no character.
right.
Look at Norwegian, Getaway, Breakaway, Royal Oasis, Allure, etc. I like the older ships. Why? Is this here, no type things,
Right. It's just unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to try to get on the Liberty before that ship ends up getting scrapped or something like that, to see all the beautiful ironwork and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So, there's definitely some of these older ships, and I want to do the newer ones too. I want a variety. I don't want to go on every ship that looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's like when you talk to somebody, you're gonna get the cruising, confused.
Then it's just going to come down to staff, cruise directors,
Yeah.
ports, and
It's gonna hurt us vloggers trying to help you guys because
Right.
it's all gonna be the same kind of type of ship, so it's not gonna really be different and unique, like showing like, wow, look at this and that. Like we're wow when we went on the Pride, it was just so unique and had so much character to it.
Right. So I think next week, we're going to try to do our normal Thursday, but we're going to switch it to 6 o'clock Central. We've got an early morning the following Friday, so we're going to bump it down an hour and see how that goes. So we'll try that next week, and we'll keep you guys posted. And I just want to give a cheers to everybody. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone's being safe and kind out there during the holidays. And remember, guys, be kinder than necessary to one another out there. Here's to y'all.
And Ace says, yes, we love the Carnival Conquest. It's one of our favorite ships.
Yep. Cheers, y'all.
See you guys on the high seas. Stay tuned next week. We're going to do some Christmas cocktails.
Don't forget to drink. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.